Weather Scope.
The turkey is gone. I didn't want any anyway. But the relatives, you know, some of them are still hanging around. Hopefully that's okay with you guys. The cold, rainy weather will be hanging around on Monday, especially we're looking at the northeast. We're calling for some snow that will be changing from the rain tomorrow morning around Boston. That's a problem. Now, Declan, what do you think, right off the top of your head right now, what do you think tomorrow morning, Boston?
Yeah, we'll talk about that over the next couple of minutes. I'm not going to.
I was going to try and put them point
Tomorrow morning, cold rain changing to snow late morning.
Late morning. Okay, so around 10.
All right, well, let's go ahead and, by the way, the wet weather has been causing some havoc in the fog across parts of the country this end of the holiday weekend. Chicago, good case in point this morning. Folks were coping with the fog. The poor visibility caused delays out at O'Hare. The timing was bad because, of course, this Sunday after Thanksgiving is always one of the busiest travel days of the year. Now, the fog did manage to lift a little bit, but we were still left with a rather windy, cold, cloudy day in Chicago. And plenty of clouds have moved back into the southeast. I say moved back because earlier today we had a fair amount of sunshine across Mississippi and Alabama, but now low clouds continue to come back in. The colder air is moving in. Low pressure in north central Tennessee. Here's our cold front. We did have a couple of big thunderstorms today, severe storms with hail. In fact, a report in southwest North Carolina at one point late today of hail covering the ground. Still have that severe thunderstorm watch for parts of East Tennessee and northern Georgia. And on the radar, you can still see that a lot of the action is still focused on the north side of the upper low, which is right here northeast of Huntsville, Alabama. So here's our upper low, big shield of rain. Local flooding has been a problem at times today in middle Tennessee, even around Nashville, where 2 inches of rain was recorded, at least 2 inches at the airport as of mid-afternoon. And we're starting to see a little bit of a decrease in the rain as we drop into southern Florida, so that's good. Maybe we can squeak out a little bit more of a decent evening than the afternoon has been. As you look at your satellite view over the northeast, the clouds continue to whip in across New England. That's all snow, leaving Albany heading north. You're in the snow zone. Likewise, across all of northern New England, the precipitation shows up clearly on radar. 2 batches from the Poconos southwestward. And by the way, rain could even change over to snow with some accumulation in the Poconos by tomorrow morning. And it looks like our next swath of rain associated with an area of low pressure that's down to our south. This area of rain will continue to advance right up across Long Island as we head into this evening. And check out Boston. Lots of rain this evening. Cold air comes in, probably about 3 or 4 tonight. And we'll see the snow starting up north and west of town and eventually snow in Boston, we think, by late morning. We'll have more with your forecast in a moment. Lisa?
Thanks for letting me pinpoint you down, Declan. I know you're awaiting the new progs like everyone out there, due out any moment now, and so we're looking for a better forecast than the earlier forecast to pinpoint that even more for you, so do stay tuned. But right now, we're getting soaked in Southern California this Sunday. It's been wet, it's been cloudy. This was the scene in Newport Beach today, which is just south of Los Angeles. A heavy downpour in a short period of time. It brought about a ½ inch of rain to the area. This did cause some localized street flooding. Cars were having to slow down. A lot of folks were just taking off the shoes and trying to get through it the best they can. It was not fit for a man nor a beast. The weather just kind of went to the dogs. Let's see. The progs are going to be coming out pretty soon. We're going to be talking more about that snow towards the northeast. Still early yet. You got to keep reminding ourselves that we're talking about tomorrow morning. 12 hours away. Looking out towards the west, however, we are looking at moisture that is leaving the central California vicinity. We're still seeing rain showers that are significant in and along the southern area of California. We still have the upper level low. It's the past 4 or 5 hours, it's just been scooting along the coastal area. Hasn't really made its way in. Had it made its way in earlier, we would have already seen that colder air aloft destabilize the atmosphere with the warmer air along the surface, and we would have seen quite a few more thunderstorms. We've seen a few strikes of lightning, but notice that the rain has really been falling apart around Breakersville. We saw rain earlier all the way up towards Stockton to Fresno. From Stockton to Fresno, we've been pretty dry the past few hours. It's still been wet, but very sparse, more spread out across 29 Palms, Palm Springs, San Diego, but very cloudy. Over the coastal waters near Santa Barbara, though, the past few hours we've seen a few strikes with the lightning, indicating that there is some thunderstorm activity out there. Temperatures a little impressive on the cool side. Los Angeles 52, San Diego at 61. Let's take a look at what else has been a little abnormal. Declan?
Well, Lisa, today marks the official end of the '97 hurricane season. In this special El Nino Focus report, We take a look back at the season and the possible effects of El Nino. Here's Jim Cantori.
This is a special edition of El Nino Focus.
Thankfully, scenes like these were rare in the Atlantic tropical sector in 1997. The season was not as active as the previous two. The first storm to threaten the U.S. developed from a non-tropical weather system. On July 14th, it was a complex of thunderstorms just off the Louisiana coast. By the 17th, it became better organized and was upgraded to a tropical storm named Danny. Strengthening continued, and Danny became a hurricane, making its first landfall near Empire, Louisiana, Friday morning.
We check out a radar out of the region to show you the wet weather and really the fact that this hurricane is not moving very rapidly. That's really the crux of the matter here, because heavy, intense rainfall. You can see the band with the eye at a